supercooled liquids is actually one of the tales of stained glass that I'll be telling. So that is what we're going to talk about today. But first, we're going to start by talking about the more familiar stained glass and the urban legend you may know. I've heard from other people that they have heard this before, that stained glass windows are thicker on the bottom than on the top because glasses are liquids that flow over a long time. So, has anyone heard that?
Yes.
Yes. Does anyone want to tell me whether you believe it or you don't believe it? Okay. I've got a believer. Anyone else?
No.
Not a couple non-believers? Okay. So we'll talk about it. And we're going to pull it apart. We're going to do some textual analysis of this statement. Right, there are two statements within this, and then there's a causality. So let's take them independently. So first, are stained glass windows thicker on the bottom than on the top? And second, are glasses liquids that flow over long times? And third, is the first thing the cause, or is the second thing the cause of the first thing? So let's talk about that. Okay. Are stained glass windows thicker on the bottom? So maybe. So why might they be? So the first reason they might be is the reason we already talked about. Maybe glasses are liquids that flow over long times, and so, for the medieval stained glass windows made about 1,000 years ago, that's enough time for the molecules in the glass to move down enough for you to see a noticeable difference in the thickness at the bottom compared to the top. So that's a possibility. Maybe window manufacturing techniques 1,000 years ago weren't so good, and you have to take this material and heat it up very hot to quite high temperatures, and then you have to make a flat pane. And sometimes those are large flat panes that can be quite challenging. And so maybe if you end up with one that's not flat, that's not even thickness across, maybe for stability reasons, you put that flat part along the bottom. So that's a possible reason. Another possible reason is that people have heard that this is true, and when they notice it, they really notice it. So observation bias may play a role here. So we're just going to leave these all open for now. Okay. And instead, we're going to talk about the more fundamental scientific question, which is, are glasses liquids that flow over a long time? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and this is probably a popular question for talks that happen here, right? Why should we care?